Okay, yes, my full names are John Macharia Gichoho, alias Jomagi. I'm a businessman because I have not even employed even a single day since I do my Form 4's examinations, that is in the year 1992. The reason why I'm here was just only to congratulate or to say asante for the judiciary for what I had seen the results of my case, which I had been trolling, or which had been, that is with NHIF for the last, that is more than 5 years. I remember very well that is I was given a contract by the Board of Management on March the year 2007, where that is we had a contract of all premiums that I can limit to NHIF for my members. I can be paid a commission of 3%. And we have an MOU where I started drumming, or I started doing, that is advertisement for the NHIF course. Most of the members were unable to reach the region office or to reach the county office, which was based in Nyeri, on Nyeri. Okay. Which was based on Nyeri County. So from Mukurweini, they were having difficulties, because from Mukurweini to Nyeri County's office, it was almost over 30 kilometers. So I decided to assist the people who are my constituents, or who are my members. And I was given a contract to be collecting premiums, or to collecting money on behalf of NHIF. I remember very well that we started with a contribution of 160 shillings per month per family members. And when someone got sick, he can be paid, the total bills for the patient can be all cleared by the NHIF. Later, the premiums was increased from 160 shillings to 500 shillings. And my commission also was raised from 3% to 5%. I done, that is a 2007, 2008, 2009, up to 2016. When I was crowned the ambassador of Kenya Revenue Authority, that is Kenya, right, by the president. At that time was the Her Excellency the Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, where I was crowned as an ambassador to Kenya Revenue for collecting taxes, collecting premiums for my members, and limiting to NHIF. At that time, in my sole office, that is the year 2016, on my sole office, I had collected over 50 million shillings, 50 to 60 million shillings, without any problem. So, when I was crowned the ambassador in the whole Republic of Kenya, and I was a politician at that time, my opponents, that is in Logi Ward, that is decided to tarnish my name, so that is on 2017 I cannot win the seat. So they started mudslinging, they started tarnishing my name, saying that is using money to establish myself, to buy buildings, to buy roads, etc. On 2019, I remember very well, my opponent at that time, who was Mr. Johnson Gichoho, decided to travel all the way to NHIF headquarters and give false information to the Board of Management. And that was on date, I have a statement here, that was on date 21st of May 2019. He met the Board of Directors with the chairperson at that time, that is Madam Hannah Moreidi, and he narrated, cheated the Board of Management that I had not been limiting members' contribution to the NHIF. And so many members are crying helplessly without getting medication in many hospitals within the Nyeri County. Because the man, that is by known Jomagi or John Macharia, was collecting premiums and not limiting to the NHIF account. So he wrote a statement that is 11 pages, informing the board that is he has even witnesses who had already paid, and they managed to pay their hospital bills by themselves without being assisted by NHIF. At that time, that is Johnson Gichoho alias Kageo, narrated to the Board of Management that he had been the MCA for the area for more than 4 times, although he had been elected 3 times. So, after giving all the narrations, after giving all the informations to the Board of Management, the Board of Management did not do their investigations. Because after given information by my opponent, that is said that I'm a fraudster and I need to be taken an action. He also cheated them, that is he had tried to solve the problems with the Nyeri branch office, but they declined because we are in partnership, while that is receiving members and diverting the money to my personal gain. Later, instead of the Board of Management do the thorough investigation to know whether I am a genuine agent, because I was contradicted by the Board of Management, that is, which is based in Nairobi, to operate anywhere in the whole Republic of Kenya. At that time, I was having so many offices. I was having an office in Kutus, in Mulanga Kiriaine, in Nyeri, all over the Nyeri County, in Karatina, and so many places. Because my work was only to advertise, show the Kenyans the importance of having the NHIF cover, and also limiting their premiums to the NHIF account. So later, that is after the MCA, although at that time he was not an MCA, after the former MCA, that is the Gichoho, that is alias Kageo, agreed to have a 10 pages statement. That's where the Board of Management decided to do an advertisement, to do a notice in the Kenya Gazette, in one of the major Kenya Gazette, and they decided to publish an advert. That is a public notice, and it is this one, informing the members of the public that they had not yet appointed any group or individual to collect money on behalf of NHIF. They even quoted my company. They quoted 3 companies, that is Mungano, Josma, and Leaf Factors Enterprises in Mulanga and Kagema. But on the other two companies, they did not indicate their owners. They did not indicate their nicknames of their directors. But on my side, they decided to indicate Mungano Mwema Enterprises, also known as John Macharia Gichoho, into bracket Jomagi. And because their purpose was to tarnish my name, I was advertised in the public notice in the Daily Nation on Wednesday, May 22, that is 2019. At that time, I was awoken by my friends, some of them who are in the US, asking me of what is going on. At that time, I had not seen the newspaper, but I decided to go and buy a copy of mine. I bought one, and that is, I noticed that I had that there was a notice by NHIF who had, that is, said that I'm a fraudster, and I'm frauding the members of the public. At that time, I did not get worried because I was aware that in my office there was no such an activities that is going on. So I waited for the DCI as they were directed to come and arrest me. I waited for 3 months without being arrested. And I decided to myself, if they had not managed to take me to court, if they had not taken me to court, I would take them to court for maliciously damaging my name. And that's why I decided on 16th of August, the year 2019, I engaged my lawyer, where I registered my case in one of the Nyeri court. And from that time, after the NHIF received information that I had registered the case, they started to do their own investigations, and at that time they managed to know that I was their genuine agent. Since 16th of August 2019, the case was in court. They engaged one of the professional lawyers, who was Waweru Gatonye, and I was the plaintiff and they were the defendant. At that time, many of the public members decided to ask me why I'm engaging to have a case with the government. They started also, that is informing me that I will never, and I can never, won a case with the government. And I myself, because of faith and God, I decided to go on with the case till, that is October, 4th of October last year, that is 2024, when the judgment was read. Before the judgment was read, I had requested the NHIF to produce even one member who had paid money in my office, and the man was not limited. They tried to look for complainants who some of them had already written their statement, but they managed to get none. because this was a political activities. This was a political game to tarnish my name. At last, they agreed that they don't have any complainant, but they decided to have only one officer from NHIF who was the investigating officer in that matter. Later, the case ended very well, and the judgment was delivered on 4th of October 2024. And after the case was delivered, I was very much happy because the defamation which they had caused through my name, which had caused, that is through my company, they had tarnished my name. They had made even my family members to run away from me. They had made even my business partners decided not to supply proper goods to my shops. Even the some banks refused to give me loans because I'm a fraudster. Even some family members decided to disassociate with me, and I proved through the court. And also, even on the side of politics, on 2017, that is so many leaflets. No, 2022, so many leaflets were circulated by my opponent, because I was still fighting for a seat. I was still, that is decided to fight for a seat. But after knowing that some leaflets were being circulated maliciously to tarnish my name, I decided to step down. I want to thank the judiciary, because I was only alone, and having a case with the Board of Management, the result were as follows. I was given a general damage for repair at 3 million. Also given another damages for malicious explanatory damage at 500,000. Others are aggravated damages at 1 million. Others, that is instead, because that is, I've requested them, to give an apology, and they declined. I was also awarded 500,000. So in total, I was awarded over 6.5 million shillings to be paid by NHIF. That was including my money, money which I was not paid to me for the work that is I had done, amounting to 585,000, and also the cost of the suit. At this time, I'm here to thank the judiciary. While some others are condemning the judiciary in the whole Republic of Kenya, I, on my side, am giving a thanks. I'm giving a big thanks. For now, I'm waiting for my fruits for the last more than 5 years. I also want to give thanks to my advocate, who is Mr. Gichoho. He has done very well through this case and some other cases. And I can also appreciate the way he had done. Up to now, I will be engaging him in any matter, and I can request any members of the public, if you have a case you can engage Gichoho Gishimo, who is based in Nyeri. For I come to understand through some others that is a client that he is the most intelligent advocate in Nyeri. I think I need to add my information or my statement, but I can, that is a request. If you had a case or if you had any case with any government, don't fear. Don't fear because it's a government or it's a parastatal. Don't fear. If you are doing what is right. Because at this time, my name was already tarnished, but now everything will be okay. And I know very well that even those friends that is who had run away from me, those relatives who had also learned from me, after hearing this judgment, I think they now try to look for me. I also decided this year, that is the year 2025, not to engage or not to mix business with the politics. So I decided now not to be vying for any political seat. Thank you. I thank you all.